Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in to our episode of Becky Sew Inspired, coming to you from Becky's Sewing Center in Tazewell, Tennessee. Today we'll be going over Floriani Craft & Cut. My name is Emily and this is Shaylin. And we are just going to start going over a small portion of this software because as you can see there are several different icons, and today we're just going to be going over a portion of them, and we're going to make this a multi-part series.
Okay, so we're going to start over here with our little ribbon. We're going to start with our file tab. Okay, so as you can see there's a new, which is going to open up a new document, and there's actually going to be a quick reference to it on the ribbon on below it. There's going to be open, so you can open your design. There is a save, which is going to save your progress as you go. There is a save as, and you can save it as different formats. And there's a save to cut. If you save to cut, then there's going to be brought up multiple different types of machines, fabrics, and then the recommended size. And then once you get it to what you're going to be working with, you'll hit next. It's going to give you your blade depth, your mat size, your cut speed, your cut pressure, and number of passes. You can actually print this off if you need this as a guide. And then once you hit finish, it'll bring up a print off sheet for you of the design itself. Okay, so I'm going to close this and I'm going to go back up here to file. If I want to close my design that I'm working with right then I can close that here. I can merge a stitch file, and what that is I can bring in multiple different stitch files in at one time and turn those into cut files. The restore auto saved, that's pretty much exactly how it sounds. I'm going to be restoring something that I've already had saved to bring it back up. This is an import artwork. So if I have artwork that has already been made into a cut file, then this is how I would bring it in to begin with. There are also the import Hope Yoder designs. Hope Yoder has a bunch of different design CDs that you can add in here, and you'd have to go through there to get those in there because she has her own little Hope Yoder icon on your menu. The load backdrop, if you need a picture to go by on the back, say if you're using a picture that you're making your own design, you would be using that. Prints, you'd be printing off exactly what you see. A print preview, so you can see what you're about to print off beforehand. A print setup, those are all your options according to how you're going to be printing it, how you want it printed. And then these are all what I've done recently. This is my history. So I'm going to go back out of that, and then I'm going to go up here to edit. Right now they're grayed out, but I have undo and redo, cut, copy, paste, and all those I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with, but anytime you have any issues or something you need to take away or something that you've done and don't want to do that, then you can undo it. And then if you decide that you don't like it that way, you can also redo it. You can cut something out of it, so if you have an applique design and for some reason you decide you do not want to do a placement stitch, then you can cut that out. You have a copy, so if you want to do more than one of those, you can copy that, and then you can paste it on there, so you can do more than one. There's also different paste options as to how you want to paste them and what you want them to be like. Insert, you can insert another design on top of that. Delete is exactly how it sounds, to delete whatever is selected at that time. A select all, that's a quick reference to get the entire design at one time. And you can also go down to the bottom right corner and select all items to do the same exact thing. Align, when you go to align you'll have a little arrow, and there's different options to how you want to align it according to what you're working with. Group is when you get all of your designs. If you have multiple different designs or different things on your mat, then you can group them together so that they can all be moved as one. If you need to ungroup, then you have more ability to transfer or change anything easily. Properties is going to pop up on the side, and all that's going to be showing you is different things that you have, all your options that you can do to that design. So if I pull up my design, like I will be in a little bit, It'll show me all my properties, as in what size it is, if it's filled in, and then it'll have everything that it's doing as my different stitches. So I'm going to go back up here to view now. Refresh, that's just going to refresh my page, just like on when you're refreshing your page in a web browser. Zoom, you can just determine how you want to zoom in to see it better. Pan, all you would do is when you hit pan, you can grab and move to see more. Now keep in mind your mat itself is not moving. You are moving your viewpoint. So I'm going to go back up here to view. 3D draw, if I want to draw in 3D. Grid is whether or not I'm going to see the grid lines in my mat. Entry and edit points, we'll be going over those in another video. Commands and ruler, the commands will be going in another ruler to go more in depth on it. And ruler is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You're going to go from one end of it to another just to see what size it is. Cutting mat, you can decide which mat you are using. And background, you can determine whether you want a color or pattern to be shown in the back. I'm going to go up here to tools. I have monogram templates, auto, artwork wizard, thread chart creator, custom shapes. These are all in your windows, so these are a little bit more useful because you'll be using these more often, and these all have a shortcut to them, so I'll be showing you those. We're going to go to toolbars, and these are all the things that you're going to be able to see on your toolbar. So if I wanted to see my slow draw, I can click that, and now it's going to be shown on my draw, or on my mat. So you can see all the ones that I have selected. Those are the ones I use the most. Okay, I'm going to go to help. Craft and Cut, this is information about Craft and Cut. And there's videos on these too, the Craft and Cut training and the Craft and Cut. A support ticket, if you're having any issues or need help with something, you can go here to fill out a little ticket and they will email you an answer for your help. License Advocator. This is showing you my information. Alright. And then I'm going to check for updates. This is what, every time they come up with an update, you want to go to this button and it'll take you to a separate window to where you can update to the new latest version. It automatically updates all of them at once. So if you haven't updated in a while, it'll automatically update the last one as well. The About. This is all the information that I have about the software itself and what it's on right now. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that. And now we're going to go to the side ribbon. These are all very, very basic. My select, if I hit that, I got my little cursor, my little mouse, and I will bring up a design right quick for you guys to see this. So I'm going to bring up my Jones and hit open. Okay, so when I have my select, I'm able to select individual parts of it. So I'm going to select this little leaf down here at the bottom. And the next icon I have is called shape. When I hit my shape icon, it's going to show me all the little dots that they used to determine how this is going to lay out. So if I wanted to make this one line go out a little bit more, or make my leaf longer, then I can. And notice how when I have my mouse on top of the blue dot, I have a little blue dot underneath it. And then when I have it on top of a line, I have a little line shape. So when I have it on the line, I can determine how much of an arc I have. Okay. Rhinestone is next. We're actually going to have an entire video just on rhinestones, so be looking for that. Here's a quick reference to our pan that we went over earlier. So I'll show you that right quick. So when we have pan, we can see that it's moving. The design itself isn't moving. We're moving our viewing. Okay. Right here is our little ruler. We're going to start from one end, drag it to the other. And so now I can see exactly how long it is. And so I can make sure that I'm within the size mat I need, or for the same project that I need, to make sure that it fits that. I can hit my 3D view. Hold on just a second. Okay. But I already have it in 3D view. So all of it is filled, so I can see it in 3D. And then underneath it, I have my outline view only. So when I hit this, it's going to take away all of my shading and just show me exactly where it's going to cut. Alright. Import vector art. So this right here is going to pull up all of my SVG files. So if I wanted to import another file in there as well to work with that, I can. This is my backdrop tool. So if I have a JPEG or a picture from the internet or anywhere that I have a picture and I want to make my own design, I can use this backdrop tool, bring in that picture, and then I will be using my line tool to make my own designs. And I'm going to have a video just on making your own designs. This right here is just your viewing of the grid or not. That's completely up to you. I like to have it on, but there's multiple people that do not. This is just to show your mat. If you want the mat to be shown or not, that is also another preference that they give you. Stitch points. So if you have a design that is an applique, if you hit this button, you're going to be able to see exactly where it's going to be stitching. And then the button below it is the last one I'm going to be going. No, actually I have one more. Okay, so this one is going to be in the opposite video of making your own as well. It's a close shape button. And anytime you have something that you're making a shape with your own design, when you hit that, it makes it a hole. So down below it is my backdrop tool, and it also has a little eye on it. So if I have a backdrop that I have brought in, I can hit this button to bring it to where I can see it, and then I can hit it again to turn it off. So I can see exactly what my cutting file looks like. Okay.
Okay guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And you can also leave a comment below just to let us know what you think. And always guys, stay so inspired. Y'all have a blessed day.